On May 28, 2025, Eton Pharmaceuticals NASDAQ, Eton announced the FDA approval of KHINDIVI, the first and only oral hydrocortisone solution for pediatric patients ages 5 with adrenocortical insufficiency. This approval adds a highly differentiated asset to Eton's portfolio, complementing its existing pediatric endocrine drug, ALKINDI SPRINKLE. The company projects combined peak sales exceeding $50 million, and commercial launch is set for June 2, 2025, via Novo Specialty Pharmacy. Despite this regulatory milestone and strong commercial positioning, Eton's stock price showed only modest or neutral movement, which we believe is contrary to the bull case for the shares. In this report, we analyze the root causes behind the muted stock reaction and recalibrate a forward-looking valuation based on KHINDIVI's market potential and broader strategic context. Let's start with a quick summary of the product highlights and commercial implications. First, the product itself offers several important advantages. KHINDIVI is the first and only FDA-approved oral hydrocortisone in liquid form. This addresses long-standing issues of tablet splitting and compounding errors that have plagued pediatric endocrinology. As such, it has the potential to significantly improve treatment outcomes for children. Moreover, its room temperature stability and ready-to-use formulation increase compliance and reduce barriers to consistent therapy, which should enhance quality of life for patients and families. Second, KHINDIVI complements Eton's existing product, ALKINDI SPRINKLE. By offering two distinct treatment options, Eton caters to the diverse needs of the pediatric endocrinology market, enhancing its overall commercial appeal. Third, there are robust commercial and economic benefits. 1 mg/ml dosing meets an unmet need in pediatric endocrinology, and with the expected reimbursement and $0 copay assistance, we think KHINDIVI will be accessible to most patients, driving adoption and market penetration. Lastly, this product is a rare disease drug with gross margins approaching 80%, which is in line with other similar drugs. So the question is, given all these positives, why did Eton stock underperform following the news? We can identify four key reasons. First, the market had already priced in the approval. Both the FDA acceptance and PDUFA date were public information, so investors likely baked in a high probability of approval. Second, Eton is a small cap, thinly traded stock. As a microcap pharmaceutical stock with a market cap of $80 $100 million pre-approval, Eton often trades with low volume. As such, it can take time for institutional investors to accumulate meaningful positions. Third, the revenue impact is modest in the near term. While peak sales projections are encouraging, KHINDIVI is not expected to generate significant revenue until 2026 as market penetration, physician education, and insurance coverage uptake will take time. Fourth, regulatory and competitive caution. Although KHINDIVI has FDA exclusivity, investors may be looking for potential generic or 503B compounder responses. Further, broader payer access remains unconfirmed beyond Novo. In our view, these factors are creating a short-term headwind for Eton, but they should not detract from the long-term bull case for KHINDIVI and the shares. We project KHINDIVI to generate $5 to $7 million of revenue in FY 2025, a partial year and a soft launch, and $35 to $50 million of combined revenue in conclusion. Eton Pharmaceuticals is well-positioned to capitalize on its first-mover advantage in pediatric endocrinology. While the market has not immediately recognized the full value of KHINDIVI, we believe this is due to timing lags in revenue realization, modest initial uptake, and investor conservatism around execution risk. However, given a clear market need, FDA exclusivity, and synergistic value with ALKINDI SPRINKLE, we expect strong ramp-up through 2025 to 2026, warranting a bullish long-term outlook. Investors seeking exposure to high-margin, rare disease therapeutics may find current levels undervalued.